He's
And
about to be
he's 34. I was right the second.
Look at that knowledge. Look at that.
Yeah,
he doubted himself.
That was a pure guess, mate. I have to say.
He doubted himself. He looked it up. He didn't have to. Trust your gut, Martin.
Trust the gut. Should always. It's disappeared a bit now in my older age, but still trust it. It does rumble every once in a while.
You've given it to me. That's the thing.
Oh, I know. Not going to bring up the thing you told me about the shorts on record. So I did. I think we spoke about this before we jumped on as well. I heard, or more accurately, saw a couple of things knocking about on Twitter actually. I think we discussed it last week. There's always been a bit of an inter-club rivalry at the Wales internationals. We learned that they had to segregate fans at internationals at some points. I think it's the only team in world football, or at least in Europe, ever to have to do that, which is crazy when you think about it. I think something to do with the Swansea flag being trashed. So, what's your take on all this inter-club rivalry stuff? I personally think it's something that should be left out of the international game, really. But, it's things like that do boil over when you've got such a tight-knit rivalry.
I suppose it's quite alien to me, to be honest, because being from North Wales, the whole Cardiff Swansea thing it feels a million miles away sometimes, But I've never been to a Swansea game, never been to a Cardiff game, so I can't really say whether, it's predictable or not. I can't think of a time when I've seen Wales fans scrapping between themselves. That's not saying it never happens. I'm sure it really does. But I was definitely disappointed by it, I mean, in North Wales, the biggest rivalry I can think of is either Wrexham Chester or Rhyl and Bangor. Now, I've been to a Rhyl and Bangor game, and that's nothing like pretty. That is, serious. I've never been to a Wrexham Chester game, unfortunately, but Rhyl Bangor I have. And, I've never seen a Rhyl and Bangor fan scrapping it out at a Wales international game when, in Euro 2016, when we were knocking around all over North Wales. It was absolutely fine. There was no semblance of an argument or anything. So it's just a massive shame, and it's come at a bad time as well, isn't it? From what again, I don't know if it's been confirmed or not, but things again I saw knocking around on Twitter was it was actually a Palestine flag with Swansea stuff written on it, which is even worse. Just going even a step further. But it wasn't all bad news from the game. It wasn't all doom and gloom in that sense, because we didn't boo them taking a knee, which is something to be proud of, isn't it, I suppose? Because, I mean, the state of some people, honestly, I mean, if you don't agree with it, fair enough, but, they're there for your entertainment at the end of the day. So if you boo them for standing for something they believe in, well, no place for you as far as I'm concerned.
Definitely, I agree with that, but also in a way, these sort of people, by taking that action, they're almost outing themselves on what they believe. So is that good in a way, that you sort of realising who may be the people who are causing these issues, why the players are having to take the knee and take such a big stand against racism? Because it's just crazy that it's 2021 and we're still discussing kicking racism out of football, because
it's typical. The whole thing is typical, tabloid strategy, isn't it? You take something and you look for one tiny corner of it and you amplify it and amplify it and amplify it, to the point where it's something, where it's repeated so often it's impossible to separate it from, and that's the whole Black Lives Matter thing. Now, what was the name of the American, the guy from the NFL, the quarterback, Colin
Kaepernick, the 49ers quarterback.
Well, now he outdates Black Lives Matter, doesn't he?
I think it's been going around in America for quite a while, because the police brutality issues haven't been as in the forefront as much in the media in the UK as they are in the US, and it's a much bigger country as well, so I guess there probably are more occurrences per person. But I think Black Lives Matter as an organisation has been knocking around for quite a while. But at the end of the day, Colin Kaepernick, a professional athlete, lost his job for standing up for something he believed in, not to the literal sense, taking a knee, but I just
at the end of the day,
understand for the life of me why the owners from the 49ers decided to terminate his contract. It's just such a, you're ruining a man's career based on him taking a stand for what he believes in. And it's not like he's gone out and done anything like, think of what people like O.J. Simpson have done, supposedly.
I don't know. I mean, people just want to get a life at the end of the day. It's like fucking 2 seconds, isn't it? I mean, just get a grip. I mean, like you said, it's probably a good honeypot to sort of, oust the shit for brains people that we have amongst our ranks. I don't know, but I don't want to go too political or anything on it or whatever. But at the end of the day, I was very happy, because I was a bit nervous about it, kind of seeing what happened with England and all this. I was quite happy that there were no boos to be heard on the telly. So well done to the 5,500 or 6,500 or whatever. You know, although there's been a scrap with some Cardiff and Swansea fans, at least they didn't boo.